Okay, I've sped this up to 4 times as fast, so I'm going to try and keep up with the video. This is the picture we're going to be making. This is the carded blue and also the clouds I'm going to be using. We have carded green here with green for the highlights, purple for the heather, and we're going to go on to the merino with silk in it for the sand. Okay, that's beautiful, that top that is. We've got some carded blue wool with some Angelina fibres in and some more locks to add to the project. These are the instructions you'll get with the kit. As you can see, it's followed by pictures in there. You don't get a frame with the kit. This is the 100% felt that you actually felt onto. Okay, I've set out, as you can see within the picture, a guideline for you to follow. I'm also saying to maybe put some masking tape over the needles to be able to hold them a little bit easier. That's what I do. Okay, don't bend the wool over so it kinks. We like to have it in straight lines, and also don't pull it on as a full. When you pull the wool out, just pull it out from the ends. You can't pull the wool from the middle, then it won't part. Okay, as you can see, I'm going in nice straight lines following the design. You do need to pull the felt off the back of the foam. The finished product will be 5 by 7 when you finish this. Okay, as you can see, it's got some lovely, well, you probably couldn't see it there, but it has got some lovely blue on it. There is a full length video of this, which is 39 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, I'm adding the wool up, and we're also felting on a needle mat. Okay, these are very sharp triangular needles, 36 gauge. We're going on to the hill now. As you can see, I'm coming down. Now, if you make a mistake, the great thing about needle felting is you can just pull it straight off. So if you don't like it, just pull it off. As you can see, I've done there. It will leave no residue at all, and you're able to just make it as you want. I just wanted it a bit more undulating, so I'm pushing the wool into the blue to come down to a point. That's what I wanted, as you can see. Once again, just to remind you, the needles are extremely sharp. Okay. So the wool is coming down to a point, as you can see. Just to remind you, I'll be selling, the kits come with needles, but on my website I will be selling needles, pads on my website. Okay, yeah, we're coming down, as you can see, at an angle to a point there, which is, you know, that's really quite important when you're trying to do landscapes. You're trying to build up texture. So because I've got all different colours in there, I'm using different colours. What I'm talking about here is the wool for the sand is actually a top. So the wool for the top is all in one direction, whereas for the mountain or for the hillside I've actually used carded wool, and I actually carded that all myself with different greens. Now for the top I bought, and it has silk in it, and it's all fibres move in one direction. What I'm talking about there on the right hand side is to make sure it's like a fanning. I'm actually pointing at the screen as I'm doing this talk over, which is quite funny. Yeah, make sure it's kind of going to an angle so that you're building up once again that texture and, yeah, understanding how the hill would look. Okay, we've moved on to the sand, as you can see. It's got such a lovely wave in it, this sand. Really, really beautiful. And it's all going in one direction to a point to the left-hand side there. We're moving on to the sea now. As you can see, I'm just butting right up to the edge of the sand. Now I just pulled a bit of, there was some different colour one in there in the wall which I didn't like. So I've just quickly pulled that out, which is a great thing about needle felting. You can just pull anything out and it's completely fine. I go off talking here and go a bit, lose my concentration, and actually I don't like the shape of it. It's going straight across and I didn't like that. So I ended up taking it off, as you can see, and making it into a U shape because I want the sea to come in with waves. And to build up the texture, we need to build up the shape. As you can see, I've brought down the hillside, I'm bringing down the sand, and also now I've brought down the sea. So I'm kind of making a different shape there. Once again, this is all up to you. It's all individual. You're able to do exactly what you want because it's your piece. I'm still working in a U shape and just bringing all those lovely colours together, building up some really nice texture and bringing that all together. Hopefully you can see. Now, as I talk about, that's gone to a lovely point anyway, as I've pulled it out, but also just the beautiful silk colour, which is like kind of in a wave shape immediately, which I just absolutely loved. I've put 2 needles together here just to try and do it a bit faster, because I was just trying to show what you can do with your kit. I've actually got some multi-tools which we're going to change to in a minute, just so that it goes quicker for me for the video. I sell these both in my shop as well. The one I'm going to be doing in my shop are the clover ones, which are really good quality ones. So the pen has got 3 needles in, and my multi-tool has got 7 needles in. The ones I'm going to be selling, I've got 5 needles in, but they just make short work of things. So if you have got a wrist issue, you can do that. Now, I didn't like the shape of the hillside, so I decided to build that up. I thought it looked like a bit like a Squidward nose of SpongeBob SquarePants, as I explained in the video. So I changed the shape of that and pushed the sky up and took some sky off actually, and then added some more undulation, as you can see, to the hillside and brought it down then into a point at the end. Now I've got to go back over with the sky to kind of join in the gap that I've taken out with the blue. And that is, as I keep saying, I know I keep saying the same thing, but it really is a great medium to be able to take it off if you don't feel it's right. To butt that up to the mountain, it's quite hard to do when you're in a small space like that. So I actually did it over the mountain and then cut back over the top so that it fitted onto the side of the mountain, and that worked out really well, as you can see. At the top there, I had the sky and the green going over together, so I just moved them apart, and I was able to separate them. What I'm saying here about actually felting, I'm pulling that off, and that comes off quite easily. Now, the more you felt into the wool, the harder it will become to pull off. That means it's felted. I'm talking about here just moving around with the shape. This is the bit I was talking about. So I'm going round the shape, as you can see, and there was a little bit, and now I'm cutting it back there, so that we have the definition between the hillside and the sky. And the next thing we're going to be doing, because this is the end of part 1, is adding carded wool to the top for the sky. We're going to be using some purple for the heather and the light green for the details in the hillside, and we've also got these beautiful locks to be able to add to the sea. I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Like and subscribe if you did, and I look forward to you joining me for part 2 of this felt along. Happy crafting.